I wrote it equals it came true. Do you want your dream to come true? Then you have to write it down. Hello everyone, in this video I'll explain how it works. We write down our wishes and they come true. I will show you a very powerful technique that will help you realizing your most incredible wishes. It's the technique I wrote it came true. Is it really possible to fulfill all of your desires, even those who have been unfulfilled for years? Yes, of course. I've done it hundreds of times myself, and now I can call myself a guru in this field, having fulfilled over 1,000 of wishes with these techniques. I grew up in a provincial town, and now I live in the richest city in the world, Dubai. I've worked as an average secretary for pennies, and now I have my own thriving business that I can run from anywhere in the world, my own online school, and a super cool mobile app with lots of practices, mind power. I used to have a financial ceiling of $300, and now the turnover of my company is millions of dollars per year. I bought 3 luxurious apartments in different countries, I fulfilled my dream of a wedding in the Maldives, I have a vacation several times a year in the most expensive resorts in the world, and I've realized my major financial desires. I'm also fulfilled in other areas of life. I'm happy and I'm in love. I have a loving, kind and caring man next to me who loves, appreciates and supports me in all my endeavors, my official husband. All my dreams come true one by one, not because I'm special or incredibly lucky, as you might think. No, I just learned how to use the law of attraction correctly, and now I want to teach it to you. I've failed many times, so I know how to do it right. I want to tell you a little story. Many years ago, I walked into a small bookstore and saw a book on the shelf in a beautiful red binding. It was published in the last century and it was called It Works. Yes, just literally, it works. The author of the book was not given. Then I found out it was written by an incredibly rich and successful man. The author spent a very long time observing how his thoughts literally created his life and became convinced that our mind has an impact on the reality. In his book, he described a very simple, but at the same time incredibly powerful technique for the fulfillment of any wishes, which is based on a special wish-writing method. So, of course, I tried it, and you know what? As the author promised, this technique helped me to fulfill some of my very big wishes. So it has been tested personally, I guarantee it works really well. That's why I decided to make this video for you and give you this technique so that you can fulfill any of your dreams, from the smallest to the incredibly massive ones. By the way, write in the comments what dream you want to write down to make it come true. What's the most important thing for you right now? And if you can't decide what's the most important thing right now, I'll anticipate your doubts. The thing is that you can use this technique to write down several wishes at once. But before I tell you about this technique, I want to give you a very cool gift. If you want to get not just one wish fulfillment technique, but a real step-by-step guide to manifesting any dream, no matter what it is, your own business, a certain amount of money, meeting the man of your dreams, or even a happy marriage, then right now grab my gift. This is a new checklist called Manifest Your Desire in 30 Days. I share the techniques, practices, and meditations that work best for this. I've put together a real step-by-step action plan for you to make your dream a reality in just a month. To get my gift, click the link in the right top corner of the screen, and I will also put it in the video description. This checklist is absolutely free. Go ahead and download it and follow my guidelines. Then you will definitely be able to manifest your deepest wish. And of course, not just one, but many of your deepest wishes from all areas of life. It works 100%. I checked it myself. Well, now I'll tell you more about the writing technique from this mysterious red book. In general, all writing techniques are very effective. I checked it myself. I've noticed it a long time ago and I use them all the time, and I recommend all my students to practice writing techniques at my Wish Manifestation School. They give amazing results, And I'll give you some examples to motivate you. Check this out. A student wrote down that she wanted to go snowboarding with her boyfriend. She didn't have a boyfriend at the time, and she doesn't live in a place where you can go snowboarding. But that's what happened. She writes, I don't know why I wrote it, I can't snowboard, but my new boyfriend offered to go to a ski resort for our second date, paid for everything, and taught me how to snowboard. I'm totally blown away. It's just magic. You see how our thoughts work, right? You just have to want it. Larissa had several wishes come true. The wishes I wrote in the beginning began to come true. I bought a great phone. I sold a parking space that I couldn't sell for 9 years. I was called back to work when I wanted to come back. The universe hears me and sends me different events. And Oksana wrote 2 months ago that she wanted to marry, and this is the result. My fairy tale, which I wrote 2 months ago yesterday, was fulfilled by 80%. He gave me a wedding ring. I'm confident that the remaining details of my written fairy tale will be fulfilled soon. Why do the wishes that are written down come true much faster and more accurately than the ones that are just floating in your head? The thing is that when we write down our thoughts, when we put our desires in paper, we focus and keep our attention on it. It's as if we decide that it's already ours. And then our attention is focused entirely on this decision. And where the attention is, there's energy, and therefore the manifestation of the desire. Let's figure out how to correctly write down your wishes and what wonderful method was described in that red book. Here's step number 1. Take a few minutes, find a quiet, solitary place where you won't be disturbed. Take a piece of paper or use your beautiful notebook. This is my notebook where I write all my intentions and affirmations, and write down everything you dream about in this notebook in order of importance. The most important thing first, then the less important, and so on. The list is unlimited. You can write 3, you can write 10, or maybe 100. Don't be afraid to wish for too much. Don't stop yourself. If you have thoughts it won't work, it's not possible. Trust me, once I wrote things that were not realistic at all, and it all came true. If there is a wish that makes your heart warm, then definitely write it down. Even if it seems to you that you may be criticized for it, or it's something wrong, it's not necessary, you can write down a big scale wish. You know, a wish for your life. What do you want to have for the rest of your life? You can limit yourself to 3 years, or you can limit yourself to 1 year. It all depends on you. Do what your heart desires. It's also not necessary to do some kind of a final list and do it in one day. In fact, you can add wishes to it later, and something you have already changed your mind about can be removed from it. And it's not a big deal. Of course, if you changed your mind, it won't come true. What can you even put on this list? Make sure to write down some material things, such as jewelry, a car, money, a smartphone, an apartment. You can also write down such personal desires as recovery, love, meeting a partner, starting a family, improving a family relationship, and so on. It's important to be precise and detailed. If you want a car, for example, you should specify what brand, what model, what color, is it new or not, will you drive or you'll have a driver. If you want money, write down a specific amount, how much you need. Write down the amount you want to earn per month or per year. And you don't need to specify or think where this money will come from. Just write down the wish itself, in the present tense, of course. I have $20,000 every month, or my income is $20,000 per month. My income is $200,000 per month. The wish should be written in the present tense. Another example, I'm married to the perfect man for me. We love each other. If you don't have this man yet, write it as if you already have him. Or I live in my own downtown apartment. These are the examples. When you have it written down, we move on to the second step. You must now carry this list with you at all times and read it 3 times per day. In the morning, at daytime, and in the evening. You can rewrite your desires from memory, but you can also simply reread them. So there are 2 techniques. The first option of the technique, you just reread it. I'm married, my income is $200,000 per month, every morning, every lunch, and every evening before going to bed. Believe me, it works really well. Or better yet, you can rewrite it, and rewrite it from memory. It's a great technique because you can see that you don't really need some things and you just forgot about them. This way you can hear yourself better, what you actually want. And if you are rewriting, rewrite it also in the morning, at lunch, and in the evening. For those who are especially lazy but who want to manifest their desires, you can do 10 days of rewriting and then reread the final list when you have one. No need to carry the whole notebook, just make yourself a beautiful list, just take it and reread it. Paper is better than a phone note because, I don't know, there's some kind of power in it when you write it down with your hand. It's like your whole subconscious mind agrees with this thought that you wrote down. I have it now, I'm already happy, I have it. It will greatly empower you. It will tune your mind to the manifestation of your desires. By doing this every day, you will soon realize that some things can be crossed off. By the way, if you ask me how I write down my wishes now, I have already moved on to a more innovative technique. The thing is that I created a special feature in my Mind Power app for writing down wishes. This feature is absolutely free. It's available both without and with a subscription. You can download the app, just sign up for free. By the way, here's the link if you haven't already downloaded it, and you'll find it in the description. And find the section with a book, then you will see the feature Write Down Your Wishes. Click on it, then you will see a feature where by answering the questions you can properly draft your wish, and then you have this list. Now I will show you my list of wishes. There is a list of wishes that I want to manifest, that is some of my goals to fulfill. I write it all down in the form of wishes. And then I have the list of manifested wishes, that is when a wish comes true, I click on the check mark, it's very nice and green and just pleasing to the soul, and then I reread this list. When something has already come true, it always inspires me. I'm like, oh, these are the things I manifested, so everything is gonna be fine, I'll manifest it in good time. That's how I motivate myself. And how do you motivate yourself to manifest your desires? Share in the comments. Well, guys, I've inspired you to write down your wishes. Do it today, even if you already have them written down. Realize today what you really want and write down your desires. And to really make this list work, read it every day, in the morning, at lunch, and in the evening. I wish each of you the manifestation of your deepest desires. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with your friends. Let me remind you that I've given you a checklist. Don't forget to download it. See you in the next video. Bye.